Hello my friends, welcome to Junk Journal Madness, hashtag JJ Madness, and this is a collaboration hosted by Susan of I Totally Love It. And I am a guest collaborator for her this month, and if you'd like to be a guest collaborator as well, you can do that. Just email her at itotallyloveit@gmail.com. And it's a lot of fun. I had an absolute blast making this journal. So I wanted to mention to you, actually, this is the flip through. Today's the flip through. Before we do that, real quick, I wanted to mention to you that I needed to use 7 of the things on here, and I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them, which was great. And then on the other page, there were things that I needed to make, and a regular tag, so easy. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. So tag with pocket, mini notebook, matchbook, cluster, corner tuck, pocket, not rectangle, side tuck, belly band, dangle, and fabric flip. Oh, no, not the fabric flip. I was gonna do the fabric flip, but I didn't end up doing the fabric flip. But I do have one to show you because I had done some in the past. This is so cute. It's just scrap fabric and scrap paper. And I took this and I tucked it in the fabric and I just sewed right across here with my sewing machine. But it's not going to go in the journal. But anyway, this was so much fun, you guys. So join in with Susan and have a good time making a journal. So here we go. Let's do the final flip through. I used a DVD case, I should say, and it was kind of DVD case. It was a DVD case. It was kind of fancy, and it had, like, the DVD was here, and then you had a cover and then a cover. So because of that, I was able to make an accordion journal. Okay, so that's what this is. Pom-pom trim. This is I used some shrinky dinks inside, so this is a shrinky dink. Beautiful trim on this spine, matching trim on this spine, and this is the lacy fabric that I put on the back, and this was actually from a costume, probably I think a ballerina costume when my daughter was in dance. So that was kind of fun to use that. Well, let's get going, my friends. We're going to open it up, and you're going to notice this particular DVD came with all kinds of goodies. And so you'll notice another piece here that's from it. And it was just, I don't know, it's just there. So we have a tag. This is the inside cover. I didn't want to cover this up. I thought it was neat. In case somebody saw this, this might be nostalgic memories for them to see. Maybe they had this particular movie. This is a shrinky dink also. So this tag has a pocket inside with a little tab, so it's easy to pull out. A lot of fabric tabs throughout, you're going to notice. A nice big top pocket here with a nice big tag. Some very sparkly paper, a shrinky dink and a cluster, a pocket here. I did use my digital kit, by the way, called Princess. And so it's all kinds of princesses in the digital kit that I created. This is a mini file folder with paper just stapled right in there. So cute, so easy. Love that. We have some lace here. This is a part of the kit. So is this. I did the shrinky dinks. I used the kit to make shrinky dinks also. They came out a little bit dark, but they're still cute. It still adds a little something. One of the tags from the kit, and then a piece of paper. It's actually stationery. It's nice paper. And I have a sticker book with Disney princesses. So that was fun to be able to incorporate that in here as well. Here's another one of my little clusters. This house is the same as the house in the little shrinky dink. So that was kind of fun. You'll notice many of the pages have this pretty blue lace. We have an apple, a little side tuck spot here, and a tag. Here's another side tuck area. Actually, it's a full side pocket with a couple of the tags from the kit. Super pretty kit. I really enjoyed working with it. It was the first time I actually got to work with it. I love working with my kits, and I just don't feel like I have enough time to do that. So this was really fun to be able to do that. This is one of the stickers from the sticker book. And here's another Shrinky Dink. This one came out good, not too dark. Cherish these moments. Just a nice little place to do some writing, and a fabric tab here. This princess has a poodle. I love that. Nice big side tuck here, and a nice big tag. Fabric tab. This is the center signature, and here we have a blue pumpkin. I thought that was super cute. This we have a little carriage, also a Shrinky Dink, a tag from the kit. I used also a scrapbook pack, super pretty. All of this works really nicely together. Some tags from the kit. Another Shrinky Dink up here, and some lace. Little side pocket. I wanted our princesses to do some smart things too, so she's playing chess. Being beautiful is wonderful, but being smart and beautiful is even better. Some tags. This is a little sticker from the sticker pack that I had. Here's a nice little upper pocket and a pretty little tag that I made. Some more of the really pretty glitter paper. I love the color of that. And a nice big tag. Here's a nice big pocket and a nice big tag. So pretty and pink. So here is the end of the first part of the journal, and you can see the back of the CD case. And I I made a little pocket here and made a couple of tags that can just slide right up in there. Now we start with the second part of the journal, and this is the back of the other part of the CD case. I never had to cut the CD case into pieces. I kept their original spines, so it's still all one piece, which is great. Some tags, little spot to write. So here we go, we're flipping it over. So we're to the back, and now we're going to open this up. And it's like we're starting all over. And we are, but just on the other side. Some lace, a button, a little image from the kit. Now this also came with it. Like I said, this was quite the set when we bought it for Amanda. And so I just added some papers in here and a little sticker and small images from the printable kit, which, by the way, oh, I think I mentioned, it's called Princess. And then that just tucks right into this front pocket. Here's a small upper pocket with a small tag in it. Pretty image from the kit. Here's a little paper flip. This cute little princess. And then this is just a nice clean piece of paper here. It's yellow. Hopefully that shows up on camera. Yeah, it does. A tiny little tag and a little frog, and then she's having a lunch with this little mouse here. Here is another thing. So there was this DVD guide, and there's all this information in this guide that came in this set. And so I went ahead and put it in this part of the journal. I lined several of the pages with this pretty lace that I have. And this just talks about the set and some of the things going on, and just kind of fun, nostalgic information. Some trim up here. Use some stickers here. Here we have another cluster with one of the Shrinky Dinks. Here we have a belly band. And in our belly band we have this. It says today. And then this is a nice little teacup. That's part of the printable kit. Over here I made a nice big tag. I can't remember if I did this on camera, but this butterfly was really bright and it was too orange. So I sanded it with sandpaper and then I colored it in with pink ink, and I think it changed it just enough to work well with the scrapbook papers. Here's another little shrinky dink butterfly, and both sides have little cuteness on it, right? So sometimes you have a side that's done and a side that's not done, but I made sure to do both sides on all of the little clusters. So here's a key and a crown, and here's our princess reading, and here's Prince Charming riding a horse. This is all from the printable kit. Just a pretty piece of paper. So here we have a little side tuck and a little tag. And on this side I clipped in the little matchbook. I think this was the first video, and I made this little matchbook notebook, and I think it's so pretty. I love it actually. So here is another page from that. It wasn't a magazine, but you know, like brochure, I guess. So I had a little pocket up here and a little tag. Their smiley little princess fabric tab here. So more information, different things to read about, the scenes in the movie. Here's a little side tuck with our sparkly paper. I love it. It's so pretty. Some scrapbook paper here. Printable kit and some yellow sequin trim. We have Snow White here. That's from the sticker pack that I used. This is from the digital kit. More of our sparkly trim. I just think it brought the yellows from here and just everything works really nicely together. Our princess in a yellow dress. This beautiful handmade paper given to me by Paper Confessions with Cara Mia. And then when we close that, we are back to the front. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this whole process. The first video just was getting signatures together and, you know, working out how I wanted to do this. And then the second one we created, I can't remember what we created. Yeah, don't even go over that. So my friends, this was a 4-video series. If you missed any of them and you want to see how I constructed some of this stuff, be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out Susan's channel. She is creating a journal along with me, which is so much fun. I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. See you soon.